Good morning, and thank you for being here, especially those that have traveled some distance to make me feel a little less nervous. In a way, my talk today is about resisting temptation because it is so alluring and so tempting to have a great idea and to want to launch a project to help people you don't even know halfway around the world. I know I did it. I spent a decade working on local development projects in Fiji with an incredible group of scientists and local partners. We had the world's greatest idea for sustainable development in the coastal villages, along with excellent funding, coverage in important magazines, and we sold the product, cultured live rock, to the Georgia Aquarium. We were on fire. We were going to start some serious ripples. Our great idea, our great project, our giant failure. I was perplexed, but soon discovered I was not alone. New global development projects started with the noblest of intentions, from small NGOs to Peace Corps projects to high-profile ventures, often disappoint in the long run. One laptop per child is the iconic, can't-miss great idea. It was going to revolutionize education and raise test scores. Flop. Hundreds of millions of dollars and zero measurable benefit. When great ideas meet the chaos and complexity on the ground, the results are often ruinous. You see, new global development projects are almost always practiced like venture capital. There's a great idea, enthusiasm, a project, donors, and a launch. Whether a soccer NGO in Latin America or the $120 million Millennium Village project in Africa, these are all high-risk startups. And even high-promise startups in the United States, those with venture capital funding of more than $1 million, fail more than 75% of the time. Why on earth would we think that new global development startups in other languages and cultures and institutions would fare any better? And these failures matter more than those in the Silicon Valley. If SpaceX or Segway or Napster collapse, founders and investors move on to other projects. Those that fail fast and often are even praised, and startup failure can be a badge of honor. In the global south, in contrast, abandoned or zombie tilapia farms or play pumps or sports clubs leave behind donor fatigue, distrust, hurt feelings, and litters the environment with the carcasses of failed projects. A banker friend convinced me that there is a better way, the community bank model, that can have success rates as high as 99%. How does a community bank model increase success rates from 25% to 99%? First, instead of investing time and money in startups, provide expansion capitals to existing successful organizations. And second, instead of investing in the next great idea, invest in long-term relationships with effective local leaders. It was an epiphany. Rather than trying to start up our own ripples, we should be looking for existing ripples and help amplify those ripples into waves. This shift would dramatically increase the efficiency of the billions of dollars donated to international development and charities each year. My friend was so confident about this model, I seized the opportunity and, as a good academic, urged him to fund a long-term experiment on process innovation. He very generously accepted, and our experiment was born. What our experiment does is really very simple. Identify, invest, and inspire. Identify appropriate organizations to partner with. Invest in those organizations. Just give them money to expand their good work. and inspire their community and the world about their motivational work through powerful documentary films. We decided to focus on a niche, and we chose performance-oriented organizations for youth. We believe that high-level performance provides a ladder of inspiration, teamwork, identity, dreams, and career opportunities. This includes a range of activities in sports, the arts, and more. What our experiment really does is invert and twist the traditional model. In the traditional practice of global development projects, the idea, the leader, the innovation, the senior partner, the superhero is from the global north, and the junior partner or sidekick is in the global south. We invert that model by identifying the ideas, innovation, leadership, the superheroes within the marginalized communities of the global south, and we are always the support partner or the sidekick to them. The traditional model is based on the startup of great ideas. We add a twist to that model by providing expansion money to existing organizations with a long record of success, and we have an extensive face-to-face vetting process. No startups. We were curious about how many of these organizations actually exist. Dynamic leaders and organizations using high-level performance to transform youth, and for more than a decade. What if there weren't any? It'd be the end of my experiment, the quickest experiment of my career. We were thrilled with what we found. Instead of searching across the globe, we initially focused only in the favelas of Rio de Janeiro. Successful organizations for youth are of critical importance in the favelas due to violence and inequality. Life is challenging there. To give you an idea of the difficulties of life in the favelas and the need for transformative organizations, Amnesty International reports that from 2005 to 2014, on-duty police officers killed 5,132 people in the city of Rio de Janeiro, largely young people in the favelas. In this difficult environment, we were thrilled to encounter organization after organization that fit our criteria and that now are our partners. These partner organizations demonstrate the potency of inverting and twisting the model. First, the inversion. Ideas, innovation, and leadership must be organic and local. Sebastião and his great friend Ramos had a dream of building a world-class badminton training facility in the humble favela of Chacrinha. Badminton, in soccer-mad Brazil, from two guys that had never played badminton. This is a monumentally crazy idea. Starting with a single dirt court 17 years ago, Sebastião and Ramos have day by day and brick by brick constructed an impressive facility with 4 indoor badminton courts, a library, a computer center, a cafeteria, and a dormitory. The kids loved badminton, but there was a huge dilemma. The athletes from the favela would get crushed at the tournaments by the elite teams. Sebastião knew that if the kids were going to continue to work 4 to 5 hours each day, they had to compete, have fun, and win. Outside experts arrived to train the kids for success, a training regimen that included lots of jumping rope and calisthenics. Sebastião instinctively knew that this would bore the kids and he would lose them, and he nixed the outside experts, which left this dilemma. How would Sebastião and Ramos, who never played badminton, train the kids for success, for their dreams? The answer? Samba dancing. You now know that I am a poor samba dancer. But so were the kids of Chacrinha. It is a myth that all the kids in Brazil can samba dance. The incredible, dynamic, local process innovation, Samba badminton in 3 phases. Phase 1, a 5-step process of Samba dancing to get the kids in incredible shape and with lightning-quick footwork. Phase 2, begin to use the racket, integrating the movement of the racket with the movement of Samba dancing. And phase 3, begin to play badminton. Eventually, dazzling, lightning-quick badminton. So what was the result of this Samba badminton process innovation in the favela of Chacrinha? The most recent national badminton tournament in Brazil took place in Caxias do Sul in September of this year. 28 Miratas athletes traveled nearly 40 hours by bus and slept on the floor of a rented 2-room house, 1 shower. They were at a competitive disadvantage to the other 205 athletes, but they had the advantage of the quickest feet. The kids from the favela, trained through Samba dancing, dominated, winning 12 gold medals, 9 silver, and 9 bronze. Athletes from Miratas now travel Brazil and the globe, playing badminton at the highest level, even winning medals in the Pan American Games, because they ignored the outside experts and relied on local leaders and local innovation. Local leaders and innovation are fragile flames in communities in former colonies. If an American shows up with our big idea and our swagger and our exceptionalism, we suck up all the oxygen and smother local leaders. We need to oxygenate local leaders and nourish their flames of innovation. And now the twist. By working with established, successful organizations, one can accomplish so much for so little and so quickly and with such a high success rate. It is so much better than a startup. Mirata sends their best players to tournaments around Brazil and around the world. In a favela where many have never left Rio de Janeiro, it is life-changing to travel to a distant tournament in Mexico or Brasilia or southern Brazil. To expand the benefits of this transformative experience, we provide resources to take younger kids to tournament and sponsor some of the older kids who are not the top players. Luan is an amazing Samba dancer and a very good badminton player, but not in the top echelon. We sponsored Luan to a tournament in Toledo, Brazil, and he killed it, winning a bronze medal and earning a significant monthly badminton stipend from the Brazilian government. His life is being changed for very, very little. Now, wouldn't the story of Sebastião and Miratas and the kids make an inspirational documentary film? Right? Identify, invest, inspire. Our award-winning director, Katja Lund, is finishing with her team that 1-hour powerful documentary film this week, and we're super excited. Thank you. This story of Sebastião Miratas is replicated throughout the favelas of Rio and throughout the world, and any of these partner stories could have been shared today. Junior and Vinicius and the social and professional circus Viver e Crescer, Tia Maria, a youthful 94, and the Jongo musical dance of Serrinha, Luis and the training of audiovisual professionals in Cinemanoso, Eliana, Myra, and so many with university entrance exams and dance in Redes de Maré, and Gucci Fraga, who has been transforming the favela of Vidigal for 28 years through music, dance, and theater training. These heroes and organizations have started essential ripples and sustained them for more than a decade through sweat and tears and hugs and incredible innovation and against long odds. So what can you do? When you travel with your friends, university club, church, or family, do not think that you love the people of Guatemala or Gambia and you're going to start up a new NGO to transform youth. Resist the urge. Instead, ask people to introduce you to locals who are doing incredible things for their community and support them. Small organizations, unexpectedly receiving even modest amounts of money, find this sustaining and miraculous. We need to leave aside our desires to start up our big idea abroad, our quest to enhance our resumes by starting a new international project, and our assumptions that poor people of the global South need our ideas and our leadership. Be generous, be charitable, but be strategic. If we invert and twist the model, contributions to international development can be just like Samba badminton, transformative, efficient, and lightning quick. Thank you.